Hey everyone, this is your favorite history buff, and we are traveling with history. Today, I'm going to focus on America's first ghost hunter, Hans Holzer. I believe quite a unique man. Had some interesting theories and methods. I want to go through all of that. That's the background. Whether you believe in ghosts or a skeptic, I figured this would be interesting for you all in the audience. So please, try to enjoy. Okay, he's born in Vienna, Austria. Obviously, it makes him an Austrian American ghost hunter, according to the files. Parapsychologist means supernatural. Studied the psychology of it, all the paranormal, and everything else is self-explanatory. His uncle told him stories that inspired him on his life and a career. He wrote over 100 books. Everyone may know about the Amityville horror. It was a little bit inspired by a real-life case, but the haunting, I'll get into that later on. He also had impressive memory, and he collected haunted objects. He didn't so as much trust technology despite being a man of science, or he says he is. He did say magic is just science that has not yet been discovered. As you see, that's him on the right. Hans Holzer. He moved with his family in 1938. His father lived there for several years. And what I mean by the political climate is, I mean World War II brewing up, Hitler and all, concentration camps, everything bad happening in Europe. Of course, he also lived in the Bronx for a while. His great uncles owned a garage. I guess he worked for them. He also tried to join the army, but was refused due to his anxiety in closed rooms. And of course, the CIA offered him, or accepted, but he refused them because he had to take care of his parents. They were doing so well. He also witnessed the after effects of World War II when he went back to Europe, and forced his hatred for violence, his love for peace. Seeing the remnants, I'm sure others felt the same way. He started his vegan journey when he was 11 years old. He became a full-fledged vegan when he was in his 40s. It's quite impressive. He also went to college, has the master's degree, comparative religion, parapsychology. And, well, that helped him later on in his life, or should I say his career choice. Now, to be honest, he was rather a pagan in his life. He did many interviews, including for the famous couple Alex and Maxine Sanders. They're also pagans. This was quite an inspiration to him. He also had very much curiosity. He actually witnessed and recorded interviews and ceremonies. Most to that eventually helped convert him into being a Wiccan. He saw the traditions, Alexandrian traditions, from Alexandus, from such as group prayers, broom rides, and initiation rituals. He was eating this stuff up. Gonna be even more excited. Everything he jotted down, I guess it helped him further on into the Wiccan lifestyle. But that's not all to his life. Like I said, on the top, he was a Wiccan high priest. Now, the marriage. He married Countess Catherine Boxovidan. Correct me if I mispronounced that. Married in 1962, divorced in 1986. But as you can see, it wasn't too bitter. And, of course, their family was, well, Alexandria, his daughter, also was influenced by his ghost hunting and wrote a book, or a memoir, as you can see, growing up haunted. And you could say ghost hunting ran in the family. Like I said earlier, he read over 100 novels. He wrote over 100 novels, which is on the right, famous ghosts. He claims to have encountered the ghosts of Alexander Hamilton, Woodrow Wilson, Robert Louis Stevenson, and Jean Harlow. He also said he visited over 80 haunted houses. And of course, it's also his book Stay Behind, which is about ghosts that aren't ready to move on. He also wrote a book that was the Introduction to the Art and Science of Life and Death. He wanted to explore the true nature of ghosts. He obviously had a lot of unusual encounters. Now, for the main event everyone was waiting for. George and Kathleen Lewis were supposedly in a haunted house. And of course, Hans Holzer got help from medium Ethel Myers. Ronald Defoe Jr. was a mass murderer. He murdered his siblings, his 4 siblings, and his parents. The claim was that a Native American or American Indian chief ghost possessed him, and that's why he committed the murder. As I said earlier, he believed magic of science not yet discovered. And of course, the Amityville Horror inspired the books and the film series. And he also felt he was getting closer to discoveries despite this harrowing experience. He loved talking about it. Even a normal person would not like that. If I encountered such, haunted or not, whether I believe or not, well, let's just say I wouldn't want to talk about that. Now, why would you say I move on to the next slide? Oh, this one's the fun part, believers versus skeptics. This one wasn't on him particularly, but I wanted to cover this because we're talking about the supernatural. We're talking ghosts, talking shadows. Now here's what the believers say. They've caught them on camera, they've caught them on picture, and there are people who have actually witnessed them, seen them in person. And there are those who have heard the ghosts. Pretty scary thought. Now, for the skeptics, people that would ruin your imagination, I suppose. Now, to explain sleep paralysis, it's like dreaming with your eyes open. You're frozen in fear, find horror. Oh yeah, and they would also say it's your imagination. They also say there's no real proof of this. Photos could be edited, videos could be edited. They would say that. I'm sure they'd say the eyewitness lies. And they also say the environment, such as mold buildup, can affect the way your house acts or creaks sometimes. It's unusual, but I wanted to give an explanation between the two. As for me, well, I'd rather not visit and find out what's happening. I'm trying to keep safe on all this. It doesn't have to mean ghosts. For believers, I'm sure David would say I'm afraid of ghosts. For skeptics, they'll say I'm just afraid of the environment. So that's fair in both cases. Hans Holzer, obviously, he has a lot to offer. He got a lot of followers and a lot of critics. But that's part of life of a ghost hunter. The show, or say the inspiration were the Holzer Files, Ghost Adventures, a lot of paranormal shows. I will not decide for you whether you believe in ghosts or not. Oh no, I don't want to cause any trouble. Anyways, that's all I wanted to cover for that. And I want to thank you all for enjoying this video. Like, subscribe if you want more like this. This I found quite fun. I know this isn't quite Halloween, but I forgot to mention he lived and died age 89. I believe 2009 is when he passed. He believed that ghosts did exist, but the afterlife was just like the normal life. Much disappointing. Anyways, bye bye now.